Final of the Canadian Pacing Derby, and behind the starting gate, here they come. They're off and pacing, Rock and Ron, first call. All bets off coming out with them. Far outside, Nirvana Sealster flashing early speed. These three quickly in sprint mode, driving into the turn. It's going to be Nirvana Sealster to power to the front for Henry. Coming away second at the inside. There travels up Rock and Ron. Gingras left and crossed over third with all bets off. Sintra, he came away well. Jameson tucked him into fourth. Then it's Keystone Velocity fifth. Parked out sixth going into that turn. Riding parked as Delta winner. Pinned at the rail is McWicked there. Outside, driving up from the backfield goes Check Six, then Easy Lover Hanover and Lion Snyder. Here's a pocket pop now as Rock and Ron shoots to the front for Wah. Back into second, Nirvana Sealster. He'll get the trip. The opening quarter in 26, and they're well on their way to the midway point in the Canadian Pacing Derby. Wah leads the way. He's got Rock and Ron up front by a length and a half. Nirvana Sealster pocket rides. Then it's back to all bets off. First over comes Keystone Velocity. Half and 54. Second panel 28 flat. They drive into the final turn, and it's Rock and Ron up front, leading the way, stretching out his lead to 2 lengths right now with 3/8 to go. Back into second, Nirvana Sealster. First over third now, drives Keystone Velocity in at the rail. All bets off from in fourth. Sintra trapped in fifth. Cover out all the way has been Delta winner from in sixth now. They're by 3/4 of a mile, and it's Rock and Ron up front by 2.5 lengths in 1:21. And into the stretch, Rock and Ron and Wah opening up now by 3. Nirvana Sealster back in second. Keystone Velocity in the outside from in third. Sintra shooting through late up the inside. So too is all bets off. They're in deep stretch. Rock and Ron still there. Sintra powering through at the inside late now. Sintra closing. Rock and Ron strides short, and Sintra, can he get him? Sintra wins the Canadian Pacing Derby, pickpocketing Rock and Ron in 1:48.1.
Sintra with an upset from post 9 in the Canadian Pacing Derby, and we've got some connections that are quite happy. One of the owners right here, Dave Maneri, and driver Jody Jameson. Dave, how does it feel, buddy? This is a big, big win.
It's pretty awesome. He's a special horse. I thought he was a half-mile track horse at the beginning of the year, and that hasn't worked out well this year. He doesn't like the crashing and banging, on the half anymore. he likes the big track. He likes to fly on his speed, and I'm happy to be here.
I remember early last year as a thrill when you were talking about him to me, and you just said this is a horse with such wicked speed, and I'm sure you felt he could take you places like this.
I think tonight's maybe his 31st, 32nd lifetime start. Like he's a lightly raced horse, and he's standing here as a 4-year-old, and hopefully he's got a couple more years ahead of him.
Well, you're going to enjoy this one for a long, long time. Maybe you can tell me what you're going to do with him next. Where does he go?
Next Saturday, he's got the Jim Moobert Memorial at Scioto, and then we'll just play it by ear after that.
No rest. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Jody, let's bring it in. You've won a lot of big races here, buddy. We know that. How does it feel to get this one?
I got to tell you, man, the last couple of years, just the way, the positions I put myself in to not be overly successful, I got to tell you, this one feels really good. It feels as good as any of the big wins I've ever had. Never won a Derby before, so it's amazing to be able to do it for the people in this stable with Dave and his partners, Mike Guerrero, Brad Gray. I mean, for them to have the seemingly unwavering confidence that they have in me, it's very much appreciated, and these are the nights that we all do this for. This is an amazing horse. He's been amazing all year long. I'm just so blessed to have a chance to drive him.
You're up against it, starting from post 9 against all these great older pacers. You're a 4-year-old. How did you do it? How did you map out that trip?
Yeah, I'm actually 40, to tell you the truth. But, it just worked out. I wasn't sure what I was going to do off the gate. Dave didn't want me to get away 10th, and, I didn't want to be blasting out to the lead. Just wanted to get to the lead at the wire. But, as it worked out, I got away 4th, and Simon moved quickly, to get his position. And I wasn't sure it was going to work out, even at the head of the stretch. Yannick's horse on the left line. Louis' horse run out a bit. Trevor was on the left line, and it opened up. And, if Sintra with any kind of a trip at all, anybody sees that all year long, any kind of trip at all, he just explodes through. And I got to tell you, Gaetan and Dave have had this horse. Dave's had this horse like his whole career, and had him so amazing. And Gaetan filled in for us here the last couple starts. And but this Dave Maneri is to thank for all this. He's developed the horse and turned him into what he is today.
How does this horse rank on your personal list?
Very high, very high. I mean, I went with Warwi Needy in the U.S. Pacing Championship. Alim drove him bad in the final. Got this horse into the final. Drew bad. Turned out that Dave had him, or Gaetan had him absolutely amazing. And it ranks high, Chad, I got to tell you.
Enjoy it, buddy.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Jody Jamieson, Dave Maneri, all the connections. Want to congratulate them. Sintra with a 148-1 win in the Canadian Pacing Derby.